It has been 1 week since Trevor Reed was released from a Russian prison camp and brought home here to Texas.
Yeah, his parents' work is not quite done, though. Chris Sadeghi is with us this morning. So, Chris, they've moved on to the next phase, getting more Americans now back home.
That's exactly right. Now that Trevor is back home, the Reed family is returning to D.C. not to celebrate, but to do what they can to help other imprisoned Americans. His father and sister are joining families who are still fighting to get that news that the Reeds received last week. They'll gather in Lafayette Park this morning in Washington for a Bring Our Families Home campaign. Trevor himself is not ready to speak and will not be there. His family said last week they worried Trevor would not be willing to leave behind Paul Whelan, another former Marine jailed in Russia that Trevor has now vowed to help bring home. Whelan's family will also be at the event today. While in Moscow attending a wedding in 2018, Whelan was jailed on charges of espionage. His brother spoke to ABC and said Whelan wonders why he was left behind.
We continue to hope that the U.S. government will care about an American citizen who is held abroad. As I say, Paul is one of dozens and dozens who are arbitrarily detained by sovereign nations around the world. And they're all very tricky, each one. And I think now we see with Trevor Reed's release that even within a single country, which is holding multiple Americans, each of those cases will be handled in a different manner on a different track.
And the Reeds went to Washington to meet with President Joe Biden in March, a meeting they believe was the tipping point for negotiations to secure Trevor's release and prisoner exchange with Russia. They're hoping to get some similar results with this trip to Washington. Mark and Kara.
And of course, Trevor Reed, just one of several Americans held in Russian jails. Another is a fellow Texan WNBA star, Brittney Griner. What's the latest on her case?
Well, the update just yesterday that Griner is now considered by the U.S. State Department to be wrongfully detained on those drug charges in Russia. That makes her one of more than 55 Americans in a foreign country with that classification. So that means instead of waiting for her court case to play out, the government will be active negotiating her release. Kara, back to you.